Okay, we've seen what happened today there in Kenya, which was shocking here in Nigeria today. That a Kenya court, presided by Judge Winter, ordered the Kenya government, to pay nnamdi Kanu 120 million in damages as regards them abducting and renditioning nnamdi Kanu from Kenya illegally to Nigeria in 2021, and this has caused a lot of discussion here in Nigeria as regards the Kenya government. But with what people have been saying, is this 120 million not too small for what the Nigeria government and Kenya did to Nigeria?
That's the beginning, a major victory for IPOB members all over the world. And congratulations to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and all his legal team seeking justice in Kenya. Unfortunately, Nigeria did not get away with it. Assurance is already shut down. What we are hearing now is that there's an emergency meeting because the ICC has been elected, the international community has been elected, and there is ongoing underground check to see how the likes of Buhari, the likes of Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president of Kenya, will be brought to answer questions of illegality and having contravened the Commonwealth law. That's where the problem is. And we keep on saying it when we say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegally rendition, kidnapped. It kept incommunicado for several, I think for 8 days before he was finally, hooded and brought back to Nigeria. What a wickedness. And this thing actually took place in Kenya. So we keep on saying it that Kenya will be held responsible for, contravening the Commonwealth Treaty, for abridging the international law of human rights, of which Nigeria was also a part of that treaty, Commonwealth Treaty. So what it signals now is that, when you listen to that judgment pronounced by J.C. Winter, most people does not know that this case has been on in Kenya, and IPOB legal team attached to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been pursuing that case. So from what we are hearing now, Omotosho is on the run. The Nigerian judiciary shut down. Assurance shut down. They don't know how they are going to go about it. Definitely because they have written a major international letter to Tinubu, and Tinubu have to provide Malami, have to provide Buhari, and of course Femi Adesina at the end of the day. Then the same thing is going to happen to Uhuru of Kenyatta. They have to provide these people so that they can be able to face the law, the ICC at the end of the day. So they will tell their own story, how they manage to carry out, that kind of calamity. Then we'll be able to see, the role the former president of America actually played in this. I'm talking about Barack Obama, the role other Arab nations played in this, But unfortunately, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to survive these major atrocities across the world. And not only you can see now, victory everywhere, victory for Biafra, victory for everybody that is involved in this struggle of reality. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it very clearly, the end of Nigeria has come. I will end Nigeria. I will be the end of Nigeria, and that is what we are saying now. Even I don't know the charisma. I don't know where he's going to borrow the energy again. James Omotosho in Asoro, in Abuja, to muster the courage to stand and look at Nnamdi Kanu's case and say he's opening defense. Now, the country where this calamity was carried out, criminality was done, has come out and said what we did is wrong. What else? What we actually did is absolutely wrong. And this man, you do know what it means to keep somebody incommunicado. And that is the anger of the judge, J.C. Judge Winter of Kenya. That after different several processes, trial prosecution, presentation of defense and order, and he came to the conclusion that this was purely illegality. How are we going to stand that now? How is Bola Ahmed Tinubu going to tell Buhari that you are under ICC watch currently now for contravening the Commonwealth Treaty that binds all English colonized speaking nations? So you can see when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu always say it, as you can watch it on this background, that there's no court that can try me. Nigeria has lacked the jurisdiction to tell me.
So it means that he knows what he was saying. He knows 100% that he's saying the right thing.
When they are telling him that nnamdi Kanu is already bigger than Nelson Mandela, it's not a joke. When they are telling you that nnamdi Kanu is bigger than Nigeria, it's not a joke. When they are telling you that nnamdi Kanu has been ordained and perfected, fortified for this agenda, nobody believed it. But it seems that everything is working on his behalf, because he said it very clearly that it was God, Chukwuokike Abiyama, that sent me. He has crumbled the KEYAN government.
From his prophetic messages that he has said before now that's happening, his prophecy. Even Showeri called him a prophet.
Yes, of course. Are they pretending? Are you not seeing even the Hausa youth celebrating Mazi nnamdi Kanu? Are you not seeing even the Yoruba youth celebrating nnamdi Kanu? Are you not seeing, globally what is going on now? And this is a major victory for IPOB members who have just established, their command headquarters in Europe, right there in Germany. Nigeria think it is. See, I'm telling you, it will be very dangerous for them to, underrate somebody who has said it, that I will be your end. And it's not even the lion day was confronting the demons. In the lion day was confronting the demons, even their uncle, because he said, "You do not have the jurisdiction to try me." Enemies of nnamdi Kanu, can you now come out and see how justice was being obtained without bribery and corruption? All the years Yinka, Yanko and Buhari was manipulating nnamdi Kanu's processes. How can you see what it has turned to now? Is it not a shame for them? And they pretended. I want to use this opportunity to call out Femi Adesina. Come out and say something. Come out and say how you people Malami went underground in Abuja and planned how to kill Mazi nnamdi Kanu. How this will come together and say, yeah, even the guy that said someone must die, a few months ago he died. Yes, one of the APC, yes, loyal to Bola Tinubu, that he deserves to be shot. But be reminded, as from this point onward, that Biafra is divinity. Biafra is divinity. And the time for the world to recognize the reality of Biafra has come. And that's why you see constant, upgrade, high level of diplomacy globally, attracting global attention. This is another victory that has already been celebrated by CNN and world class, news agencies, talking about the same particular man that Nigerian government kept incommunicado again and pretended as if they do not know what is the real thing. I keep on saying it, that it is not the law that is holding Mazi nnamdi Kanu. What is holding Mazi nnamdi Kanu is interest. And you can see it clearly. If a foreign land like Kenya, even while they are still boiling, where they still unrest that Ruto Williams must go, they still find a way to pass judgment, to set the record straight by declaring that what was carried out in their own soil is illegality. But when you talk about it here, they say, bring him and kill him, bring him and kill him. Now we are seeing it coming out on daily basis. Then the thing is that, with Omotosho, summon courage now to preside over this matter again. How would it look like? As I'm telling you, there's massive celebration in Germany, there's massive celebration in Italy, there's massive celebration in the Biafran land currently, there's massive celebration in Finland, all over the world as a result of this victory, because he has sent a strong signal across the globe. Mazi nnamdi Kanu has resuscitated the liberation of the first Jewish black nation in the world. There's no two ways about it. See, I keep on saying it, that Mazi nnamdi Kanu is law and order. There's nothing you can do. There's nobody in the eastern part of the country currently now that can say anything and anybody listen to that person except Mazi nnamdi Kanu.
What of Peter Obi and Lesotho?
Bros, let me tell you, they should abstain themselves from what is on ground and face the reality. And what is the reality? The reality of something whose time has come. Victory everywhere. Victory in Finland. Victory in Kenya. Victory everywhere. The Janjaweed Fulanis felt that, the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's end has come. They tried to kill him, but God intervened. Now the world has seen it. Then, and it will be a big shame to, the president, if you have seen a nation like Kenya have recognized Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as not a terrorist. That IPOB, they do not say IPOB is a terrorist organization. They refuse to mention that IPOB is a terrorist organization. They refuse to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are some of the things, when you listen to from the angle of international police, Interpol, they made it very clearly that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they were not consulted before that criminality took place in Kenya. And that's the result we are saying today. 120 million Kenyan shillings, my brother, it is a thank you message. I'm sorry that this is happening in our land under our watch, and we cannot continue to hide it anymore. And I'm telling you, that war is coming. Kenya has played to support Biafra at the end of the day. That is what it means. They have given their consent. They have said it very clearly, that Kenya-Biafra relationship has started, and that is the way to go. So we are continuing to gain more African nations, on the side of Biafra. All kudos, courtesy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, resilient spirit. Kudos to the IPOB leader himself, the supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Aisha Yusufu has taxed Imo State Governor, Enugu State Governor, Anambra State Governors. Stop blaming government. You are the CEO of your state. You are the executive governor. Now, since you go to Abuja to collect money, then take responsibility for the insecurity in your state. What do you have to say about it?
Now, thank you for that wonderful question. I think being the governor of the state, you have every power for you to make sure that you get security votes from the federal government. By so doing so, what are the governors doing with this money? Stop coming out to tell the people that there is insecurity in my state and that unknown government have been killing. The government need to take action and put an end to all this and stop apportioning blames. The people you are apportioning blames to are the people who their lives and properties are entrusted in your hand as the chief security officer of the state. So for a governor to come and start telling people that there is insecurity in my state, I think to me the governor need to stand up and then act now, because every now and then allocation is being shared for you, security vote is being given to you, and you have the mandate. The primary function of government is to protect life and property. Yes. So if you cannot protect life and property, then why are you the governor?
Well, some have said that the governors have no power over the military. That it's only the president as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. What do you have to say about that?
The governor does not have power over the military. That is true. But see, the question is that can the governor summon military chiefs in their states, the division's commander, to sit and dialogue for a way forward? The answer is yes. So if we can do that, so indirectly it still has power over the military. Now when it calls for security meeting, don't these guys attend in his various place? They do. So the president should not come and say that he does not have the governor should not come and say he does not have power. We still have killings in Imo State, Enugu State, and some other states. For how long can we continue in this path? The people are scared of their lives. The people cannot even access government, access those who they claim to be what? Electorate. We cannot access people that give us the mandate. So how long can they continue like this? So I think the government of these states on their own, they need to up their games. You must up your games as a governor if you don't want to be sacked come 2027.
But there's always been this fear that the votes of Nigerians does not count, and that is why our elected officials are acting this way. That assuming our vote is counting, they will sit up knowing that if I don't perform, no second term for me. You agree with that statement?
Our vote does not count. I cannot say if our vote count or not because I have not conducted any election. So what I'm to say is that people have lost confidence in the INEC, in the power.
The reason why they've lost
You've lost confidence because so many persons have seen the case of Hope Uzodinma when he but reason best the court knows why he had to give it to him. But someone who came forth in the election was uplifted and then he came forth. So the court cited some reasons which Hope Uzodinma became the governor. Reason best known to them. I am not in a position to speak for the court. But one thing is that INEC needs to be the trust of Nigerians again. You saw what happened in last election. As allegedly reports, the results were changed in the RF quarter. So I don't know how true that allegation is, but see, it has been going viral. So these are things INEC need to repose that confidence in the average Nigerian. And for the governors too, how much is being given to you on a monthly basis? If you get money on a monthly basis, then why don't you make sure that these people who gave you the mandate to protect them, you can as well protect them too? Because the people cannot always be one-sided every time. The people need to benefit from dividends of democracy. And when they have to benefit from the dividends of democracy is by what? By inclusive governance. The people need to feel the government impact. Not every time you come on here and say on government has attacked the people, you come and start creating fear. These governments are even creating fear in the life of the ordinary man.
We've seen the governor of Enugu State who has declared that Monday is no longer a sit-at-home in Enugu State. When people are saying that, you are saying that as the governor. Can you come and secure our lives? I mean, the other people, because you see this sit-at-home every Monday. Some are doing it maybe out of respect for nnamdi Kanu, but some are doing it out of fear. It is two ways. People are telling the governor, please find a way to secure. Our police cannot be everywhere. What do you think? Because sit at home every Monday, it might be affecting the economic activities in the southeast. What do you think that the governor can do, or the governors in the southeast can do?
Thank you for that one. I think sit at home every Monday is a commensurate to honor the Mazi nnamdi Kanu, who has been in incarceration for 4 years now and still counting. But what I want to say is that when there is a conflict in the land, the president himself needs to address this issue of Kanu. Let Kanu issue be settled out of court. If what Kanu is the son of the president, as a son, you can go, you can have a different view or different ideology and philosophy from what your father had. But why can't you, as a father, have you reached out to Kanu himself? And what I felt that the president ought to have done was, why Kanu was in decision, go and meet, let them bring Kanu to you, DSS. Sit down with Kanu, have a round table discussion with him.
But do you think that's possible? Because we saw
Buhari
could not freedom.
Buhari is different. See,
So,
these are two different people.
Yes.
If you want the security apparatus cannot be everywhere, and these guys are what? Overstretched.
Yes.
These guys are also overstretched. So the president is the father of the nation.
Yes.
Since the president is the father of the nation, he should at least reach out to this guy, even to the Ohanes in Igbo. Whenever he will want to invite some Igbo politicians and some Igbo stakeholders to sit on a round table and discuss with Kanu. You have conditions. Give him your conditions. Sell it to him. Because you see, this is the only way this thing about marginalization can stop. And the truth of our matter is that the Igbos are heavily marginalized in the country. And that is what, and that has breed a whole lot.
But do you think that giving them an opportunity, or yes, that's an opportunity, or finding a way, a consensus in 1999, Nigeria had a consensus on making a Yoruba man a president. In 2007, Nigeria had another consensus to make another man to be president. Do you think that Nigeria finding a way or making a consensus to make an Igbo man the president is going to make that marginalization or the agitations go down in the south?
Making an Igbo man be the president would at least work to some extent. It will help this issue of marginalization reduce a very long way, because if the Igbo man is the president, Peter Obi, you will not watch Peter Obi allowing Mazi nnamdi Kanu to languish in detention, even if, because yes, that is his brother from his tribe. They are from same tribe. No, so why was Senegbo released? It was let's go.
Yes.
So to some extent, it will help a long way. And as an Igbo man, he will speak in the language that the Igbos. Now I am one of your sons. Yes. You don't have any right to agitate.
Yes.
So that will help them. It will go a very long way for them too.
So I'm letting you go. I think we have like 1 minute.
Okay.
Now, Southeastern Governors Forum. What should be their next step?
Southeastern Governors Forum should at least make moves to meet with the presidents.
Yes.
To put an end to all this. That is the only way. Because if there's no end to all this, all we hear is killing. And then we are not in support of all this killing. It is not good for the future of the country. It's not good for the future of the country.
Okay. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.